All right. We should be live up in here. All right. So I see a few of you on here. We'll give it just a few minutes for everyone to come in. If you're here and you can hear me, and let me share my screen. And if one of you brave souls can say you can hear me, and just in a second, you can see my screen. So I can hear you and see you. And then we'll get the party. Oh, that's a cool view. We'll get the party started here. Awesome. Thank you, Lance, Austin. All right. So let's, everyone's here. Awesome. Let's get this party started here. All right, so welcome. So scale your sales and your freedom, big promises. So this is Agent Freedom OS Explained. Here is the deal. I am quite sure you got into real estate in whatever capacity, whether you're a solo agent, a team leader, or a broker owner, for freedom. And this business has a sneaky way of taking that freedom away. And today I want to show you a model designed to get it back. So you are in the right place today. If you're a solo agent, traditional agent, selling homes by yourself, I definitely want to show you a clear path to adding 2 to 3 transactions per month. If you lead a team, that's the path that I went down. You'll learn how to scale profitably and sustainably without carrying all the pressure yourself. And if you own a brokerage, excuse me, you'll see how to add massive value to your agents and grow your company while finally creating real leverage and freedom. And here's the deal. No matter which of these you are, if you're like grinding it as a solo agent, you're running a team, you're running a brokerage, I want to show you how to do all of this without paid leads, without cold calling, and even expensive referral fees. And honestly, most importantly, without sacrificing your life in the process. So this is a sit back, take notes type of thing. This is not a sales pitch. There's no coaching to sell. There's no leads I'm going to ask you to pay for. And all of this is 100% free to agents that qualify for this. So quick background on me, just so you have a little bit of context. My first 10 months in the business, I sold 27 homes, 44 homes in my first full year. 5 years later, 453 transactions with a team of 10 agents. And I was working 1 day a week at that point. Do not worry. I made all the mistakes you could possibly make. That is the highlight reel. 2013, I started helping other agents do this through Real Estate B School. 3,000 or so clients went through my paid coaching program. About 6 months ago, I pulled the plug on all of that. And now inside of what I'm about to teach you, it is 100% free. It is all proven and battle tested. So nothing I will go through today is like hopium, like it might work, or it's the latest AI bot that's going to print commission checks for you. This is stuff that will work and will build a deep and wide moat around your business. So today's goal is twofold. So I definitely want to start out by helping you understand why the traditional real estate model is broken in a bunch of different ways. But then also see the system that we built that permanently fixes all of that, allowing you to scale not only your income, but your freedom. And that's what we call Agent Freedom OS. So most agents, and this is team leaders, broker owners, they got into real estate for freedom. Whether it's time freedom, money freedom, the potential or independence, somewhere along the line, the business begins running you. And it's like the incessant calls or clients, closings, all of them are good things. And if you're managing agents, right, agents are needing help. But without the right systems and leverage, this can become a never ending grind. And that's what we're here to fix today. So before I get into exactly how we lay out Agent Freedom OS, I want to be honest with what keeps us trapped. So the industry is designed to do one thing. It is designed to teach you, and I don't even think it does a really good job at this, but it's designed to teach you how to do production, to sell more homes. There is no roadmap in a traditional sort of setup, a traditional brokerage for building leverage, residual income, and long-term wealth. And that's why most real estate agents, team leaders, and broker owners, they spend decades sometimes working harder, but never achieving true freedom. And here is that transaction treadmill that agents are just stuck on. And if you're not showing homes or signing contracts or doing listing appointments, you are not getting paid. And this is true even top teams and brokerages often face this same trap where revenue stops when they do. And we'll get into how we shift that. So the problem isn't the effort that you're putting in. I don't want you to feel, any heaviness around that. It's typically the model that you've been put into. So it's the structure. You can't out hustle a model that was built without leverage or exit potential. That's the key. It's likely if you don't have freedom right now, it's because it's more likely that you're in the wrong model. So without a proven system, you end up burning out and not getting the results that you're looking for. So I want to take you through a quick exercise, and I encourage you to play along. This is a simple scale of 1 to 5. 1's really bad, 5's really good along these 6 points. You are plugged into a platform right now. So make no mistake, the brokerage that you're hanging your license is a platform. And I just want to get real about what your platform looks like. So your current business, how would you rate your current real estate business overall? The time you're spending, the money you're making, the stress you're enduring, scale of 1 to 5. 1, really bad. I'm not doing good right now. 5, I'm crushing it. How about brokerage support? Is your brokerage helping you grow your sales, like actually giving you lead generation levers that are producing transactions like clockwork? I'm not talking about paid leads, cold calling, or referral fee sources, nothing like that. They're actually giving you the tools you need to build out lead gen levers, scale of 1 to 5. How about the technology platform? So the marketing and tech stack. Is the technology provided by your brokerage actually leading to an increase in sales? Scale of 1 to 5. Here's a big one: agent collaboration. Inside of your brokerage, are the top agents across the whole brokerage handing you their best stuff and teaching you how they're running their business at the highest level? Is there a high level of collaboration? Scale of 1 to 5. How about residual income? Is there a plan in place that your brokerage is working on with you to help you build leverage income and break free from the production grind? Scale of 1 to 5. If no such plan exists, it's a 1. If it exists and you're actually building it out, then it's a 5. How about impactful training? So in real time, is your brokerage offering timely, relevant, tactical, like you can take it, swipe it, and deploy it in your business to thrive in any market? Scale of 1 to 5. So this is your current reality. Whether you like it or not, this is where your business is at. For most agents, it's not a good situation. And we'll talk about how Agent Freedom OS solves that here in a bit. So the last 100 years in real estate, and this is traditional brokerages, the structure is top heavy. So there's a lot of layers in the machine. You have a franchise headquarters, typically you have franchise owners, regional owners, you have office owners, you have office staff, and all of those different layers are fed by the production of the agent. So the agents feed this giant machine, and it's a model built for the brokerage to win. And then the agent is typically not the ultimate winner, meaning they don't have the freedom, they don't have the lifestyle. They're the ones that are grinding and never getting ahead. In this type of model, there's typically, I say zero, a really low chance of true freedom for the agent. But luckily, this is the old way and things are changing pretty rapidly. And because of the way the traditional model is set up, there isn't an exit strategy. There is no leverage. There is no freedom. And I've seen agents selling 20 homes a year or 2 homes a year or 200 homes a year that are trapped in their business. If your income stops when you do, that's not real success. And that's what we're about to cover and get into. And like I said, I've said it 5 times already, it's Agent Freedom OS. And that's the trap, is the traditional model keeps you busy, but not free. And the solution isn't to grind harder. It's to operate differently. Freedom is not a matter of effort. It's a matter of systems. So the systems that we're going to go through today will create predictable income, They'll help you build out leverage in your business and get your time back. And that's what we call Agent Freedom OS. So there's 3 parts of Agent Freedom OS. We're going to unpack all 3 parts today. And this is a complete business operating system. OS stands for operating system. And this is for every real estate professional. So running a team, you're a broker owner, or if you're a traditional solo agent, it's made up of 3 parts. So production OS, that's the piece that's going to help you grow your real estate sales systematically and sustainably and profitably. Attraction OS helps you multiply that income through leverage. And then Freedom OS keeps you focused, disciplined, and what we want most is fulfillment along the way. And together they create this sort of synergistic, predictable path to absolute time and money freedom. And this is the formula that changes everything. For those that have an open mind to really explore it, production creates consistent income. You need that as your base. Attraction creates leveraging income. That's your wealth builder. When you combine them under one system, your business stops depending on your daily hustle and starts serving your life. And that's what this is all about. And that is what freedom is all about. And once you partner with us, and we'll talk about what that looks like, you'll get everything you need to grow your sales and scale your wealth. Everything is swipe and deploy and ready to go. So this isn't we hope you succeed. Here's like a rough recommendation on what to do. There's no guesswork, no trial in any of this. So let's begin with the first and most important part of the framework. This is production OS, and it's the foundation of everything we teach. And this is essentially, when I pulled the plug on my paid coaching business, $1 Million Agent Method, this was a $10,000 investment for 90 days. Now it's the core piece. And then it was $1,800 a month after that. Now it's a core piece of what we offer inside of Agent Freedom Collective. And this gives you a clear daily plan. We work in 90-day cycles, but it is a daily plan that you'll follow to predictably and sustainably grow your income. No guesswork in any of this. And like I said, no paid leads, no referral fees at closing, no cold calling, no door knocking, just proven systems that attract business to you through consistent attraction-based, organic, inbound marketing and exceptional client care. And the focus of Production OS, and this is a little different than most approaches in traditional coaching and training, but the challenge here and what I'll help you realize is that you have to put on your business building hat in order to have sustainability and freedom. And I'll teach it to you. There's no worries if you're not a systems builder, but systems are the ultimate form of leverage. And this isn't a get rich quick or magic bullet, but the approach works. All the leads that are sold to us are the hope of cashing commission checks easily. Just doesn't work. It's been proven over and over again. We want to generate organic inbound leads that allow for sustainable growth. And that's the massive opportunity here, building an inbound lead generation and conversion system that ends the feast famine cycle that every agent experiences in their business. And lead generation, it is the lifeblood of your business. Without a consistent flow of inbound leads, there are no deals. Problem is that there are so many ways to generate leads. Some work, a whole bunch are overpromised, and they don't deliver. We're sold new lead sources every day, and most of these sources generate leads that aren't even viable leads at worst. At best, they're super cold leads that are hard to convert. I did a call recently with a guy that runs a data company for real estate. He said they studied, there was 1 billion leads sold to real estate agents for 4 million transactions. Even if all of them came from, and you double-ended, so 8 million sides, there's 125 times the number of leads sold to real estate agents than there are even commission checks. And not all of them came from cold leads, right? So it is an impossible game buying leads. In a perfect world, you generate warm inbound leads that convert way easier. You can forever exit the third-party lead system and take control of your business. And the most important part is that you can compound your results over time. And big picture, this is not a complicated system that we help you set up. There's 10 lead gen levers. 2 are sort of like baseline requirements: database touch blueprint and brand authority builder. we've got all the process document, all the examples, swipe and deploy. So don't worry about the specifics of it. But the goal here is to get more people to know you, quote unquote, know you, get them on the right side, and just add value to those people so that they fuel the growth of your business. So that's what we do with the database touch blueprint, the brand authority builder. They are the foundation of your business. Each of those are good for multiple transactions per month. I just had a past member text me recently that he just passed 10 million of GCI. And we're 11 months into the year, and 60% of it came from these two pillars: database touch blueprint and brand authority builder, right? So the problem is we get distracted. We don't treat these like the multiple 6 or multiple 7-figure income pillars like they are. And then, so to finish up this thought on the left side, we use the other lead generation levers to drive organic leads so that you never have to worry again where the next deal is coming from. And like I said, we have members doing hundreds of deals from their database a year, hundreds of deals from brand authority builder. So this stuff like actually works. It's proven, it's battle tested. So I know some of you are thinking like, yeah, this sounds freaking awesome. Why wouldn't every agent want to do this? And the problem is not so much that I'm not 100% convicted that this is the path, but building systems in your business is hard. And most agents struggle with it. And a lot of agents have resorted just to hitting the easy button, looking for that magic bullet that doesn't exist. So those traditional methods aren't going to solve your lead gen problem. And this is where like the core of Production OS is what we call $1 Million Agent Method. There are 4 pillars that will help you build out together. There's process documents, trainings. I'm personally coaching and mentoring you every step of the way. There's leverage lead generation. We talked about that a little bit. The 2 core: database touch, agent brand authority builder, 8 other lead gen levers. You're generating leads. You've got an appointment setting process. You're warming up leads. You've got text and email nurture sequences. You know what to say on your consultations. You've got every swipeable, deployable buyer packet, listing packets, pre-list packet, listing presentations, all editable in Google or Canva. And then you've got our leverage client care system, which essentially we call the client care compound effect, where you turn every closing into an additional closing just by the way you treat them in the client care process, and all that's systemized as well. So you do this right and the business will take care of itself. So in practice, this is how it looks. Inbound leads are coming in. They're organic. They're attraction-based marketing. And your nurture sequences are in place. 90% of folks aren't ready to transact, so that's your nurture sequences. They're pre-qualified and pre-sold on working with you when the time is right. Then you're using our proven consultation frameworks to maximize conversions. And then the coolest system is client care compound effect, because it's just a series of steps that we take with clients that drive referrals without you having to beg for them. And to top it off, you'll know the different tech and marketing pieces to put in place. That's included in all of this as well. And there are 4 specific. We've got 7 stages of growth that we can help you navigate. Typically, most agents need help from getting from 0 to 100,000 GCI in a year. That's called Survive. Hustle gets you to 250K per year. Ramp is 500K GCI per year. And Build is $1 million per year. And then we've got 3 other stages past there. But everything is included to get you to whatever part of this journey that you want. And inside of the custom platform, you'll have access to all the lead gen levers. There's nothing held back, all the 4 pillars. Each of the pillars are good for multiple transactions, and there is an order that will have you put them in place, and we will guide you along that way. We'll onboard you and tell you exactly how to go. You'll also get access to literally hundreds of swipe files, every template, every presentation, all of our tracking sheets. We have step-by-step process docs for all of the systems. Everything we used to hide behind a paywall is now completely free to agents that partner with us. And even if you drill down into one of our lead gen levers, so this is database touch blueprint, we have like sample pieces you can send out, idea generators, training videos. Nothing is held back. The goal here is to get your production ramped up as fast as possible. And you're not having to rely on some of those traditional paid lead sources. Every week, I'm going to coach you. Every Monday, I'm coaching and mentoring live. And typically, we have more time than we do questions. So you'll never be left to your own sort of like figuring it out on your own. We have office hours that my team holds every week. We onboard agents every week to our system. So you'll be well supported in the journey. And then on top of that, we have an unbelievable community of like-minded agents. And there's team leaders and broker owners in there, but you can lean on all of them in the process. At this point, we're over 2,500 agents strong. And the goal by 2030 is to get to 10,000 plus agents inside of Agent Freedom Collective. So this stuff works. We've been helping agents since 2013 implement these systems into their business. And now it is free to agents that chime with us. So this is pre even all of this being free. A few thousand agents have been through Real Estate B School. Between our delighted reviews, our Google reviews, and video testimonials, 500 documented, like thumbs up, 5 stars. You guys are awesome. And you guys are able to plug into all of this for free. So here's the thing. When your lead generation and conversion, so to kind of tie a bow around Production OS, when you're completely systemized around lead gen and conversion, your business stops feeling chaotic. And you could finally plan your income. You could plan your time off. You could plan your life with confidence. And that's why Production OS is the foundation of everything else. This creates the peace of mind and consistency that you need. So once you've built a solid production system, it's time to think beyond the next deal. And this is where most agents trip up. They don't have another system in place that can give them the real freedom. So when you stop trading time for money and start building income that continues whether or not you're working, that's where freedom comes into place. And we do that through Attraction OS. And this is the wealth building engine of Agent Freedom OS. So we talked about Production OS. This is Attraction OS. And this is not about recruiting. At this point, the way we're building Agent Freedom Collective, it is not a recruiting effort. It is about helping agents win. There are a ton of agents that are struggling right now. Some of you may be running a team or you may own a brokerage and you have agents in your world that are struggling that can plug right into the stuff that we're building out. Sadly, their brokers are not equipped and their team leaders sometimes aren't even equipped to give them the help that they need. And when you share inside of Attraction OS, here's the deal. When you come in and you get success using our tools and systems, you just have to share this information, share what helped you grow, and you create leverage. And that leverage builds lasting value. And that's where the residual income comes from. So most successful agents, and team leaders and even broker owners, they make the critical mistake. They build a job, right? It is this job that might pay well, but it is not an asset. So the focus has to be on building an asset. When you stop working, everything stops. That is a prison. That is not freedom. Attraction OS flips that equation by letting you create income that continues while you could be helping clients, but you're still generating residual income. You could be on vacation, you could even be asleep, and all of it is running like clockwork. And here's how it works. You don't have to train these agents that you bring into our world. You don't have to manage these agents. You don't have to onboard these agents. We do all of that inside of Agent Freedom Collective. When you introduce an agent to our community, we coach them through Production OS and help them implement those systems. They get everything that we've covered 100% for free, same way that you will. And you don't have to train them or care for them. They win big as a result of you introducing them to us, and you get rewarded every time they close a deal. And when I finally slowed down to study, because I was a pretty hard no on this platform for a few years, but when I finally slowed down to study this model, I finally realized the true power of it. Not only is there no pot of gold at the end of the production rainbow, the reality is most agents would never be able to exit this industry gracefully under the traditional model. If you've done any personal finance work whatsoever, I call this the math of freedom. It is the Trinity Studies 4% rule. So if you have never heard of it, make a note, Google it later. Trinity Study 4% rule. The Trinity study tells us that you can withdraw 4% of your investment capital without risking the principal. Meaning that if I had, in this example, $1.25 million saved, and I wanted to make sure I didn't deplete and run out of money, deplete that critical mass of investment capital, retirement savings, I could withdraw $50,000 per year, roughly. Challenge is $50,000 a year is not enough to live off of. And when I ask most agents, like, what's your I'm done number? Like, what's the amount of monthly residual income where you could unplug and be done? Most agents will tell me 10 to 20,000, one of those two numbers. My personal number was 40,000. And when you do the math on this, using the Trinity Studies proven study, 4% rule, 20,000, if that's your monthly number, your I'm done number, that's 240 per year. You have to have built up a liquid net worth investment capital of $6 million to be able to throw off $20,000 per month. Even if it's 10,000 per month, it's $3 million of investment capital. So this is the math that you need to do, whether or not you ever work in our world and come join us and we help you build this out in a way easier way. You need to know your I'm done number. In that 20,000 a month example, it's $6 million. When I've generated either, monthly residual income of 20,000 or accumulated $6 million, I may have only saved, let's say I've saved $1 million of a liquid net worth. And if you don't know what liquid net worth, real quick, it's the amount of money you could write a check for within 7 days. It's not your home. It's not your cars. It's not your physical possessions. It's your liquid net worth, easily deployable investment capital. And so if your I'm done number is 6 million, you've saved $1 million, your delta is 5 million. If you're saving $250,000 a year, you're 20 years away from hitting the number you need to. So it's a pretty heavy lift for most agents to get to 3 million or 6 million of liquid net savings. And this is where it comes all together. So your production funds your present, attraction builds your future. You're building a legacy income stream, not through recruiting, but empowering other agents using the same proven systems that you're already using. So these first two systems, Production OS and Attraction OS, give you income and wealth, but true freedom requires one more thing. That's mastery over your time, focus, and mindset. And that's where this third piece comes in, and we call it Freedom OS. So this is about creating the structure that allows freedom to flourish. It's the framework for how you think, how you plan, and how you execute. Because if you don't control your schedule, your business will. You'll learn to build your days, your weeks, your quarters, these 90-day cycles around what truly matters. That's business growth and life alignment. And so Freedom OS centers around what we call the agent freedom dashboards. We're going to break up your world into, and I just did one of our Monday trainings on this. I did a 3-year, I called it 3-1-90, 3-year vision, 1-year plan. And we live in these 90-day worlds, call them 90-day cycles. You'll know what to do every day in these 90-day cycles. You'll always know where to focus. There's no guesswork. There's no chaos. There's just measurable progress and clear structure. So in order to be able to win at work and win at home, we must deploy proven tactics and strategies around productivity, time management, and mindset. And that's what Freedom OS ultimately is. And we do not, it's not only in our business. So this is in the areas of life that matter most. There's actually 8 areas overall, but it's our relationships, it's our faith walk, it's our physical bodies. And freedom isn't achieved through motivation. So the reason why Freedom OS, this third part of the equation, is so important, freedom is achieved through implementation. So Tony Robbins, I've done most of his different levels of training. Really good quote: knowledge is only potential power. So just because you know something doesn't mean it's actually going to impact your life and bring you a level of freedom. Freedom OS helps you translate what you learn into what you do consistently every single week. So the question is, how do we access all of this? And the cool thing is, the platform that makes this all possible is eXp Realty. Agent Freedom Collective is powered by eXp Realty. It's a cloud-based platform. It's agent-owned, and it's designed for collaboration and leverage. And going back to this traditional model. The big pivot is that our founder just decided that every agent at EXP is going to be an owner. And there aren't all these different levels that need to be fed. There are agents and a highly synchronized, orchestrated, cloud-based environment that adds as much value as possible. And that's the biggest breakthrough. And it's not that industry innovation isn't happening in every other industry. EXP Realty is the first one, the biggest one, the most successful at this point, and has massively disrupted the real estate brokerage space. And it's the foundation that powers everything that we've talked about. And I'm not going to go through the value stack here, but if you look at everything that EXP offers, and even more so the different, like the tech and the lead gen and the training, the support, and our different divisions, luxury, commercial, we're in 28 countries, our land and ranch. We just started a sports and entertainment division. We have healthcare. I do our healthcare. You can become an icon. There's so many things you can plug into. And in addition, we are aggressively attacking the current challenges that agents are having in their business. We launched an AI agent accelerator. The top 11 agents in our company that are actually getting business from AI, using AI in their business, are giving away all of their tools and tactics and frameworks and playbooks freely over to the rest of the company, right? So ask yourself, is my brokerage giving all that over? And we do this through the structure of revenue share. So your ability to build leverage income, going back to Attraction OS, you come in and you get a good experience and you're going to tell some friends about it and they're going to tell some friends about it. That's how this thing, your ability to impact other agents, that's how this grows. And if you remember the example I gave of the $10,000 a month was equal to having 3 million of invested capital. 20,000 a month was equal to having 6 million. A simple example, let's say you came over to EXP and you introduced one agent per quarter, 4 per year for 3 years. That's you bringing in 12. You can't quite see it here, but there you can access this EXP revenue share calculator. You can Google it and do your own examples. Let's say you brought 12 agents in and they brought only 3 in collectively. So the 12 turned into 36, the 36 turned into 54. They only brought in on average 1.5 agents each, and then it got worse from there. So a very modest organization size has the ability to throw off $252,000 per year of residual income. Think about that for a second. You inviting 12 agents that join EXP over the next 3 years has a legit likelihood of growing into a multiple 5-figure monthly income stream. So the question is, based on where you are today and what that gap was, and if you want to get to $20,000 a month, what's more likely? Is it more likely that you're going to save $5 million over the next 20 to 30 or 10 or 15 or whatever many years? Or is it more likely that you can introduce some agents and we can help them build out their business and they can get all the stuff I've talked about for free? So this is not a hardcore recruiting effort. You never have to bring a single person into our world, but I promise you when you come in and you crush our production OS, you are not going to resist introducing other agents to what you've learned. And I get asked all the time, like, is this really different? Like, I get that you've built a big organization and whatever, but there has never been a platform where agents can benefit from helping other agents win. Think about a traditional brokerage. Some of you have been with these other traditional brokerages. Think about how they are, how they're set up. It is cutthroat, right? They're not out there to help you like we're doing here. And I believe in my heart of hearts, especially 5+ years into this journey, having just shut down my coaching company, having served 5,000 plus families in my sales journey, that the fastest way to grow your, not only your real estate business, so the sales side, but also achieve like legit time and money freedom is to partner with Agent Freedom Collective, powered by EXP Realty. So it is the 3 operating systems. So there's Production OS, there's Attraction OS, there's Freedom OS. And the reality is that most agents are overworked and underfulfilled. And Agent Freedom Collective, we're going to provide the systems, the tools, the community to help agents grow, but to do it with margin in their life, to do it in this like mission focused environment, and to do it with multiplication. We exist, Agent Freedom Collective does, to help agents grow their sales while building residual income to allow for a graceful exit when the time comes. So the mission is clear. It's kind of three parts. I know I can help you, and our community can help you through the different operating systems, grow and scale your business and your life. Check the box on actual time and money freedom, but most importantly, to live with meaning, purpose, and impact. And if I were to summarize it in like a clean, pretty sentence, it would be to help real estate agents build enduring wealth through increased production and leverage attraction, creating true time and money freedom so they can focus on the areas of life that truly matter. So we are definitely aggressively looking for agents to partner with, not out of any throw them into our organization, hope they do well. But if you're a particular kind of agent and you're feeling underpaid, overworked, overwhelmed, you're ready to scale your production business, but you don't want to give up your personal life, and you want to be able to focus on the things that matter most, and you have the capacity to add a couple, 3 transactions per month, but you're willing to look at the business differently and challenge the status quo, and you also are open to the possibility of building real wealth through the leveraged income side with our help, you will crush this opportunity. So the cool thing is that you are going to retain your brand. EXP is simply the platform to plug your business into. The journey we're going to go on is one of personal growth and development, and that's what matters most to us. And it really is about helping you build out a business that gives you that freedom. So the goal is simple. We're going to check the box on helping you make more money, experience more freedom so that you can have impact in the areas of life that truly matter. And while you may not see the path clearly right now, it will become clear once we partner together and get to work, because not only is growth possible in this platform, it is 100% predictable when you follow a proven system. And really the challenge is this, like, you can definitely keep doing what you're doing, which, just be honest with yourself about where you are at this point in your journey, from the time you're putting in right now to the money you're making to the stress you're enduring, or you can make a decision right now to start building freedom. And I do believe this one decision can change everything for you. So I will say most agents don't take out any time to consider, and come to a conversation like this with an open heart and open mind. So I just congratulate you on taking a little bit of time to investigate what it would look like to partner with Agent Freedom Collective. And I would encourage you to reach back out to the person that invited you here and just have an open conversation. Like, what's the next step? That stuff sounded good, but what's a good next step? And that person will guide you there. So that's all I've got for you. Yeah. So I would just say, if this is one part of your journey, continue the due diligence process and reach out to the person that sent you here. We'll talk to you later. Be good. All right. So that was like gonna snip that up, and that'll be the recorded version of this, but we are like legit live. So if you have any questions, I can't necessarily see everyone, that might have a question, but get into whatever platform you're in. If you have any questions, I'm happy to kind of just process any thoughts or real-time questions that you guys might have. I'm going to take off my screen here. Yeah. And just let me know, or encouragement. We've got a good group on here today. And if there's not, someone answered a 0. That was solid. Out of scale of 1 to 5, how is this area? And it was a 0. I should probably, if it's really bad, put it down as a 0. And it takes a little bit of time to process any comments or questions. So I'll give you guys a second here. And if there's not, it's totally cool as well. But I've got major, not only passion around this work. I'm so convicted and bullish around this platform and what we're building specifically with Agent Freedom Collective, and the decision to pivot away from paid coaching and just give it, If you're a team leader and you're struggling to get your agents to 2 to 3 deals per month, if you're a broker owner and your agents are just like sucking wind, all of this stuff can help any level, uh, at any level. And if you're a solo agent, you just want to run and gun on your own, we can get you to 250 to 500,000 GCI and beyond. So it'll be a super fun journey. I don't think you guys have any questions. So we have a shy crew today. So much love, everyone. I'll let you guys go, and we'll talk to you soon. Be good. Bye.